Record. Hey guys, this is Mr. H. I want to do a video on the Delta Math assignment, interpret two-way tables. So I am going to go and I am going to do each one of these skills. I'm going to do a few problems from each skill to show you kind of how you should do it. And I'm going to be using a calculator on some of them. Some of them you don't need the calculator, you just have to be able to count. So here we go. So very first one I'm going to start with is this. It says a survey asked a group of adults in youth if they prefer reading books printed on paper or electronic books. By the way, I prefer paper books, but I like the electronic books too. They're more convenient, but I like paper. Anyway, results are shown in the table below, but some values are missing. Fill in the missing values. So I don't know if you guys have ever played Sudoku, but this is kind of like Sudoku. So basically, you should be able to total it across this way, but also vertically, they should also add up. So first thing that I see, there's a couple places I can go. I can see that 31 plus 32 is going to be 63. I know that because I know how to add. This one, I have a total of 58, 21 are print. So I'm just going to subtract 21 from 58, and that's going to give me 37, right? So now I just total everything. So 21 plus 31 is going to be 52. That's easy. This one is going to be 69. This one is going to be 121. Now, both of these totals should match. So 52 plus 69 and 58 plus 63 should both give me 121. If they don't, then that means I've made a mistake. They do, so I can submit this. And it says, wonderful job, Mr. H. All right, I'm going to do another one. All right, so look, always start with what they've given you here. I know that I can figure out what the women who shop online are. If I subtract 19 from 25, this is going to be 6, right? Because 6 plus 19 gives me 25. But also now I know that this is the store part is going to be 34 because 34 plus 6 gives me 40. Now I can come down this way. I know 40 plus 52 gives me 92. And then I know that 52 minus 19 is going to be 33, I believe. Is that right? 33 plus 19. Yep, that is right. And then down this way is going to be 67. Now 67 plus 25 should give me 92, and it does. So again, I double checked. So this looks good. All right, that's all you're doing. You're just basically finding the numbers that make the totals add up both ways. All right, so let's go back. Now we're going to do the interpreting two-way tables. Now this is a little bit more involved, but it's still not that bad. So what they're saying is how many people under the age of 21 were surveyed, okay? So you would look at the column for under 21, and they want to know what's the total number. So you would just go over here and you would say under 21, there were 36 people. So there were 36 people that were under the age of 21 that were surveyed, and we would go boom, and it would say, that's right. Let's do another one. All right, this one says, what does it say? It says, how many total sixth graders are in the School of Rock? So this is the School of Rock. So it tells us that we have 11 guitarists, 11 bass players, 15 drummers, 14 keyboardists, for a total of 51. So in the sixth grade, we have 51 total students. Pretty simple. So we submit that, and we got it. Now over here, this says how many eighth graders were surveyed. So we got eighth graders here. So we got 17 and 11. So that would be a total of 28. 28 total eighth graders were surveyed. And let's see, that's correct. Let's do another one. Now this one says, how many eighth graders prefer comedies? All right, so now this one, you got to do, I'm going to do a little snapshot, because this one is basically what you should be able to do every time. So it says, it gives you two things. It says eighth graders who prefer comedies. So comedy is this column, 8th graders is this row. So where they intercept, that's my number. So it's going to be 11 students, 11 8th graders prefer comedies. So I go straight up, and I say 11. Bam, got it. I think I'm going to do one more of these. Okay, one more. All right, so this one says, how many total students who spend more than 12 hours a week on screen time were surveyed? Now let's go through and make sure we understand this. So how many total students who spend more than 12 hours a week on screens were surveyed? So it says, okay, here is more than, right here is more than 12 hours. We have 17 right here above and 20 below. So that's a total of 37. So that's 37 total students who spent more than 12 hours on there. And that's it. All right, now here is really what we're getting at right here. This is the meat and potatoes what we're doing. Now, these are the kind of questions that are going to show up on the Regents, so you got to be able to do this. So first thing, now, notice we're back to that what percent. It said what percent of the 7th graders. Let me do this first because I want to take a nice picture so I can mark it up a little bit. So let's start here. Let's come all the way down. We're going to do this. Bam, we got it. All right, so now it says what percent of the 7th graders estimated they spend more than an hour a day on social media? Round your answer to the nearest whole number percent. Woo, there's a lot going on. All right, so first thing, I like to do this first. I'm not even going to look at these numbers. I'm just going to translate this. So it says what percent, so that's going to be X. So what is X? So it's going to be X over 100 equals, and it says of the 7th graders. So this is of the total 7th graders, right? Total. So we're going to put total 7th graders. I'm going to write 7th graders. That stands for total 7th graders. Spend an hour. So we're looking for the is 1 hour. So now, or spend more, I'm going to put plus an hour because it's more than an hour. So what we're looking for is 7th graders who spend more, and that's this. So right here, that's the is part. That's the number of 7th graders who spend more than 24 hours or more than an hour on social media. Now, what we need is what's the total number of 7th graders? Well, there's 36. So we're going to use this number. That's going to go down here for the 36. So I'm going to replace that with, actually, let me replace it. I'm going to replace the 7th graders. And I'm going to replace them. I'm going to change this color. I'm going to make this 36 because that's the total number of 7th graders. And then I'm going to replace this 1 hour with 24 because that's the 7th graders who spend more than 1 hour. So I'm going to put 24 right here. Now, so that is our proportion. Now we just need to insolve it. So let's go to the calculator. We're going to do menu 31, bam. And then we got X over 100, X divided by 100 equals 24 divided by 36. Boom. And then we got to put comma X. And it says 66.6666. We need to round this to the nearest whole number. So this is going to be, we look at the 6 here, and we look to the right of the decimal, and it's a 6, so we're going to round this up to 67%. So our number is going to be 67%, and they say, wonderful job. And of course, the two numbers that they highlighted was the 24 and the 36, which is what we also focused on. So we're all good. Let's try another one. All right, first thing I'm gonna do is let me take a nice picture so I can mark it up a little bit. So I'm gonna do favorite sport, and it's by ages. So let's go here, bam. All right, now, it says what percent, so this is gonna be X percent of the people between the ages, so they're telling you the people, total people between the ages of 21 and 34, that's the prefer other sport and or hate sports, right? So this is the other sport or hate sports. So we're going to round it. So we're going to have X over 100, because that's what percent. And the of is the total people between the ages of 21 and 34. So that's going to be 40 people between the ages of 21 and 34. So that's the of piece. And then we need to know how many of them hate other sports, prefer other sports, or hate sports. So we got 9 right here. So this is going to be 9 over 40. So let me go back and make sure everyone understands how I did that. The what percent is the easy part. The of, it's telling you of the people, and this is always going to be a total. Of the total people between the ages of 21 and 34. So how many people are between the ages of 21 and 34? Well, we have a total of 40. And out of those 40, how many hate sports or prefer other sports? Well, there's 9 of them. So it's going to be 9 over 40. Now that we got that, we go here and we do menu 31, bam, bam. And then we go X over 100, X divided by 100 equals 9 divided by 40. And then we do comma X, press enter. And we are supposed to round it to the nearest tenth. And it is already rounded. So it's 20.5, 22.5. That's our answer. That's what I'm putting in here, and I'm sticking with it. Boom, boom, boom. And then I submit it, and it says, nice job. I'm gonna do one more of these. All right, first thing I'm just gonna take a picture so I can mark this up a little bit. So I'm gonna take this, we're gonna come down here, snap it. All right, so it says, what percent, so this is gonna be X percent of the 6th graders prefer superhero movies. So this is of the total 6th graders. It doesn't say that, but it's implied. Total 6th graders prefer superhero movies. So it's going to be X over 100. That's the what percent part. Equals. And then total of, the of part is the total 6th graders. So we go over here. We got to add these all up. 17 plus 11 is 28, 28 plus 10. So there's 38 total 6th graders. They didn't give us the total for this one. We had to come up with it. So there's going to be 38 total students, 6th graders, and 17 of them like superhero movies. So now we got our equation. Now we can menu 31 it, menu 31, and it's going to be X over 100, X divided by 100 equals 17 divided by 38, comma, X, and press enter. And we have to round it to the nearest whole number. So this is 44.7, so it's gonna be 45%, about 45% of the students, 6th graders, prefer superhero movies. And that is absolutely right. I'm gonna do one more. If you got it, then turn the video off and just go get started. If you don't, stop the video and try this on your own and then check it with me. All right, so let me take a picture. And while I'm taking a picture, you stop the video. Oops, I messed up. Let me try that again. You stop the video and you try this on your own. Don't wait for me. Try it on your own. All right, so now we got this. So it says what percent, so that's going to be X percent of the people surveyed. Okay, of the total people surveyed. Total people surveyed shop at a local grocery store. So the of part is the total people surveyed. So what was the total number of people? How many people were surveyed? Well, we had 76. And of the people who were surveyed, how many of them shop at a local grocery store? This one, 43 of them. So of the total people surveyed, and there were 76 people surveyed. How do I know that? Because it says it right here, total number of people, 76. And of the ones who were surveyed, how many shop at a local grocery store? Well, this is the store, this is online, so the store is 43. So we're doing our equation is going to be x over 100. The of is the total people surveyed, and that's 76. And out of that 76, how many of them shop at a local grocery store? That would be 43. There are 23 women and 20 men, but it's a total of 43. Now we got our equation. Now we go here and we just do our thing. Let me get rid of all this other stuff. So we're going to do menu 31, and then we're going to do x divided by 100, x divided by 100, boom, boom, equals 43 divided by 76, comma, x, and then we press enter. And we want it rounded to the nearest whole number. So this is 56.5. So this is going to be 57%. 57% shop. Yep. All right. I think that's enough. All right. If you still are not sure about how to do these, you need to come see me. Come see me. And I think with a little bit of work, I can clear it up for you. But I'm going to stop this and post it. Stop recording.